Next up, we got 10 current NFL players that are borderline Hall of Famers right now. Now, this is by the channel TPS. Y'all let me know if you want more videos like this. Hey, like this video if y'all want more. Let's see what it is time by. I don't know if this is gonna be like a voiceover video or they saying Derrick Henry gonna be a. Oh, this is a voiceover. Okay.
There are a handful of veterans that are essentially locks for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Donald, Travis Kelce, Von Miller, Trent Williams, etc., etc.
For sports fans by sports fans. Okay.
Players in their early to mid-20s like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Nick Bosa, Myles Garrett, and Justin Jefferson are already on a Hall of Fame trajectory. In a few years, their cases...
Pat Mahomes, not a Hall of Fame. Why do y'all keep giving this man praise, bro? Stop.
...will be locked up. And then there are those veterans in their late 20s to mid-30s who are on the borderline. If they retired right now, their case for a bust in Canton would be highly debated. But with a few more solid seasons, they should become shoo-ins for a gold jacket.
See, the thing about it, I don't even know, how do you become a Hall of Famer? Like, what is it? Some type of like rules you have to meet to become a Hall of Famer, or is it just by who votes you in? Is it just if you have a lot of clout? Like Tom Brady has clout, you know, especially since he did so much. Pat Mahomes has clout. You know what I'm saying? He has really football clout. So it's like, is that how they did vote you in? Just because people know you and they know your name? You know what I'm saying? You do a couple of little sweet things and now everybody love you. Like, that's exactly what's happening with Pat Mahomes. You do a couple sweet things, everybody love you now. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that what's happening?
And
like,
those are the players we're focusing on here, as we give you 10 current NFL players who are borderline Hall of Famers right now.
What a great return. 14 targets. Can we expect that every game now? 14 targets coming your way?
Should.
Russell Wilson. It may feel ridiculous to include a 9-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl winning QB on this list, but truth is, Wilson needs to prove that he didn't just ride the coattails of Pete Carroll, Marshawn Lynch, and the league.
That's what I was about to say, bro. No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say that what's face is kind of trash, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. At the last season he just had, bro, I don't know, bro. That's like I said, he definitely gotta prove himself, because the Seahawks might just been an okay team.
A boom defense in Seattle. Wilson's first season with the Denver Broncos was a train wreck. A 60.5 completion percentage, 16 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and 55 sacks taken in 15 games. And his quarterback rating was a miserable 84.42. Whether Wilson likes it or not, he'd probably fall just short of the Hall if he retired today. He wanted a fresh start, and the Seahawks gave it to him. The Broncos handed Watson $245 million to revive the franchise.
Y'all let me know too in the comment section if y'all agree with this list that he's saying.
Even further, Dangerous is gonna have to prove that he was actually
I don't agree with this
the Seahawks'
person.
golden years and not just a product of the Seattle system. I mean, we just saw 32-year-old career journeyman Geno Smith win Comeback Player of the Year honors last year in the Emerald City. So it's fair to suggest that a lot of QBs would excel in Carroll's offensive scheme. Wilson can't be as bad as he was last season in 2023, 2024, or 2025. All he has to do is have 2 good to great seasons in Denver to wrap up his Hall of Fame case. Can't be that hard, right? Derrick Henry. Henry has been football's best running back since 2019. 2 rushing titles, 2020 Offensive Player of the Year honors, 3 Pro Bowl nods, and a thrilling postseason performance during the 2019 season that spearheaded the Tennessee Titans' run to the AFC Championship game. Henry could have won a 3rd rushing title if he didn't miss the majority of the 2021 season, but that's all a moot point now. 2023 will be Henry's age 29 season. That's ancient for a running back in today's NFL, and the injuries are certainly piling up. Does he have any more healthy, dominant seasons left in him, Henry?
Because I don't even know. Last season, this dude was kind of trash, wasn't he? I don't remember him even coming last season. Like I was like these right now. So what does he mean by borderline Hall of Famers? Does it mean like they can or they borderline not and borderline can be? Does that mean like they're wearing the cups of not being it and being it? That's what you're trying to say. That's what you're trying to say. Because yeah, Derrick Henry he definitely straight. He had a couple good years. But I guess yeah, he is borderline. It's like, okay, can you show us that you still got it in you so we can put you in the Hall of Fame?
Henry's 2020 and 2021 postseason performances were underwhelming, to say the very least. Can he pull off a Jerome Bettis-like ending to his career? The Pittsburgh Steelers legend was a bruising quarterback like Henry, but lacked the defining playoff moment until he won a Super Bowl 40 ring in his final season. Henry has to be more than a regular season stats machine. He has to have a deep playoff run full of signature Derrick Henry moments. If not, the Alabama product probably needs to record at least 3 more 1,000-yard seasons, which is much easier said than done. He's a toss-up now, but Henry definitely has an opportunity to lock down his spot over these next few seasons. Davante Adams. Like Derrick Henry, Adams has been the best at his position since 2019. 6 Pro Bowl nods is wonderful and all, but Adams is one of the many top-level wide receivers in today's NFL. In order to outshine the rest and get into Canton, he needs to add some more accolades to his resume. Adams had—
What you mean? Bro literally left the Packers and then went to a worse team and still went crazy. Still was clutch. He literally carried the Raiders. I am a borderline Packers fan, so I'm low-key mad he even left the Packers. You know what I'm saying? But you can't say that he went to a different team and it was trash. Like, he literally went to a different team. It was carrying the other team. He was carrying them.
Has 3 first-team All-Pro nods and has led the NFL.
If he went to a good team, if he went to an actual good team, bro, this dude would be like, oh my God, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
receiving touchdowns twice, but he's never led the league in catches or receiving yards, and he doesn't have any individual awards or a Super Bowl championship ring. Adams' best chance at a Super Bowl ended when he asked the Green Bay Packers to send him to the Las Vegas Raiders, who are nowhere close to contention. He can rack up the stats all he wants in Sin City, but other stat machines like Torrey Holt, Anquan Bolton, Henry Ellard, and Hines Ward are still awaiting their calls. So, what makes Adams think that he'll get his? Adams was a beast for the Raiders.
This dude is right. I didn't even think about that. Okay, I like this dude. Okay, I like this dude. He's smart. Yeah, you right though, cause he had to literally go out and be like, you have to win things. You have to really be the top #1 in the category. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, cause Hines Ward, he was sweet. I see some other people, Anquan Bolden, they was all sweet, but they ain't make no. You know what I mean? Anquan Bolden paid for the. He had left. I think it went to the Cardinals or something like that. And it was like his career went downhill from there. You know what I'm saying? He was still kind of sweet still, but he just never won. You have to win. That's crazy.
2022.
Smart dude.
More seasons like that should be enough to get him in. Or he can just go out and win a Super Bowl to guarantee himself a spot in Canton.
Look at that
Joel
catch.
Bitonio. Only a handful of veteran offensive linemen are sure bets to go into the Hall. Cleveland Browns standout guard Joel Bitonio is on the right track, but he's not quite in shoo-in territory.
What the hell?
Bitonio has been a beast for the Browns since they drafted him 35th overall back in 2014. He is a 5-time Pro Bowler with 2 first-team All-Pro selections and a trio of second-team All-Pro nods on his resume. Bitonio has been a Pro Bowler every year since 2018. Thing is, many perennial Pro Bowl guards never make it into Canton. Will Bitonio be the next to fall into this category? He's still as good as ever in his early 30s, but it just feels like Bitonio needs 3 more elite years to clinch his case. If he slows down and regresses quicker than expected, the Canton case takes a huge hit. No pressure, Joel. No pressure. Cooper Kupp. Kupp is one of football's ultimate feel-good underdog stories. He was drafted 69th overall in 2017 by the Los Angeles Rams after playing his college ball at the lesser-known Eastern Washington. Fast forward 6 years later, and he's already built a resume that nobody could have envisioned. Super Bowl 56 champion and MVP, 2021 Offensive Player of the Year, the Triple Crown for wide receivers in 2021, having led the NFL in receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns. All that to go along with a plethora of clutch moments in the postseason, like his game-winning touchdown reception in Super Bowl 56. Kupp has the individual accolades locked up. Now, it's time to strengthen those stats. We like to think that a receiver needs at least 750 to 800 receptions and 10,000 receiving yards to get in. Through 6 seasons, Kupp had 508 receptions for 6,329 yards and 46 touchdowns. The main concern at the moment is 2023 will be his age 30 season, and receivers start to slow down by that point. Kupp also missed 8 games in 2022 after suffering a high ankle sprain.
See, and Cooper Kupp definitely one of the people who's like he's like the I call him like the somebody you see and you don't really think about him like, oh, Cooper Kupp, he's just on the team. You know what I'm saying? But he show up and make crazy plays, you know what I'm saying? He just pop up out of nowhere. Kind of like how Juju did in the Super Bowl. Like, you knew Juju was on a team, but you didn't really expect him to go out and go crazy. You know, and then out of nowhere, Cooper Kupp get the ball. Now he taking it for the night doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like he definitely one of them underdogs.
So
like
he'll probably need 4 more very productive seasons to hit 10K receiving yards and 750 to 800.
I don't know though. Hall of Fame, bro. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, bro. Let's just be honest here. I do not think he's a Hall of Famer, bro. He doesn't give, like, because the Hall of Famers, you think of Hall of Famers as somebody like everybody know him. He was just like that guy. If you in the Hall of Fame, bro, it's the Hall of. You can't just be giving the Hall of Fame out to anybody at this point. If you in the Hall of Fame, bro, you had to be known by everybody. You had to be that guy. When you was playing in the league, you had to be that guy. That's what a Hall of Famer is. Cooper Kupp is like a casual receiver. He just a non-trash receiver. That's all he is, bro. He's not a Hall of Fame. Like, bro, come on, bro. Let's not do that, bro.
And like I said, he could have an insane season where he leads the league in just about every receiving category, further cementing his case for Canton. At this rate, Kupp feels like a member of the Hall of Very Good. Let's see if he can defy age and guarantee himself a gold jacket. Chris Jones. The individual accolades are certainly there for the Kansas City Chiefs' hulking defensive tackle. He's got 2 Super Bowl championship rings, several defining clutch postseason moments, and 4 Pro Bowl nods. The 3 second-team and lone first-team All-Pro selections aren't bad either. And really, it's Aaron Donald's fault that CJ doesn't have more. Like a fine wine, Jones has only gotten better with age for Kansas City. He has 2 seasons of precisely 15.5 sacks under his belt, and we wouldn't be shocked if he pushed for 20 sacks in the coming years. Jones has a way to go to reach the 100-sack club, but keep in mind, he's a defensive tackle. His sack totals aren't supposed to be on par with defensive ends and outside linebackers. We like Jones's chances now, but it's almost too close to call. A couple more seasons of double-digit sacks, however, that should seal the deal. Or, another Super Bowl championship, which feels like a very real possibility since Patrick Mahomes is still his quarterback. Mike Evans. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers star wideout has recorded 9 straight 1,000-yard seasons to begin his career. That's an NFL record that may never be topped. Those stats, coupled with Evans' Super Bowl 55 championship ring, should probably get him into Canton, right? Well, not so fast. A lot of pundits suggest that you need to be a top 5 player at your position for a significant period of time to be in the Hall. Evans...
Thank you. He just said what I was saying. You have to be that guy, bro. You have to literally be that guy to be in. Like, when you was playing, bro, no one was better than you. You know what I'm saying? No one was... People... It was like a top 5, and then no one else was coming close, bro. You know what I'm saying? You have to be that guy. You can't just be like damn near sneak your way. You can't sneak your way to Hall of Fame, bro. But everybody got to know you, bro. You got to be that guy. Like Tom Brady, when he was playing, he was that guy. He was that guy.
Has never really been considered a top 5 wideout in his career.
Yeah.
He's never led the NFL in any of the 3 big receiving categories, catches, yards, or touchdowns. He has 4 Pro Bowl nods, but 0 first-team All-Pro selections and only 1 second-team All-Pro selection. He has been the model of consistency, but not an elite game changer like Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, or Justin Jefferson. And there are plenty of receivers from Evans' era who are going to finish with similar career totals to him. Statistics and longevity are Evans' best hope of getting in. So he'll need to post at least a couple more 1,000-yard seasons to get in. Khalil Mack. Back in 2018, Mack looked like he was a surefire Hall of Famer, but injuries and a drop in production have begun to poke some holes in his Hall of Fame argument. Now about to enter his age 32 season, Mack has a lot of work to do, and not much time to do it. Yeah, he's a 7-time Pro Bowler who won the 2016 Defensive Player of the Year and earned a spot on the 2010's NFL All-Decade team, but he hasn't been a first-team All-Pro since 2018. That year also marks his last season with double-digit sacks. Although he's a nice addition to the Chargers, playing alongside Joey Bosa is naturally going to limit Mack's ability to stuff the stat sheet. He will hit 100 career sacks, but that milestone doesn't exactly guarantee a spot in Canton these days. Maybe if Mack could stay healthy and post 2 more Pro Bowl seasons, or if he could win a Super Bowl, his case would feel like a virtual lock. But he's right on the borderline at the moment. It's entirely on him, not the Canton voters, to regain his superstar form over the next 2 years to lock down that spot. Tyreek Hill. If we had to bet, we'd confidently wager on Hill getting into Canton. But there's just a little little bit of a way to go before he can plan his Hall of Fame induction party. 7 Pro Bowl nods, a Super Bowl 54 championship ring with the Chiefs, 5-time first-team All-Pro selections, a spot on the NFL's 2010s All-Decade team, and he'll comfortably pass 10,000 receiving yards real soon.
Whoa.
But how much longer can Hill keep it up? He's undersized for a receiver and relies on his cheetah-like speed, which may not last much longer as he gears up for his age 29 season. Hill, believe it or not, has never led the league in any major receiving category. He's been considered a top 5 receiver for a while, but he's never really been considered the best. If he were to retire today, it'd be a tough case. We love Hill's chances at the moment, but a couple more monster seasons like his 2022 campaign should get him in. DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay, y'all Chiefs fan. How y'all feel about that? That's crazy. I never thought about that. It's a good video. I like this video, bro. I'm watching more of this dude, bro. I like this. Dang, Chief. Oh my God, Tyreek Hill. Yeah, like I said, he's definitely everybody. He do got the clout. I'm not gonna lie. He do got the clout because he's fast. You know what I'm saying? Small and fast, and can make crazy catches. But it's like, is he a Hall of Famer? That's a good question. Don't know.
If injuries and a suspension didn't limit D-Hop to 19 games over the last 2 seasons, his Hall of Fame case would be a lot stronger. We'd probably be talking about 8 1,000-yard seasons in 10 years as opposed to 6 in 10. With 5 Pro Bowl nods and as many All-Pro selections, Hopkins has plenty of individual accomplishments already marked down on his Wikipedia page. And he's easily been a top 3 to 5 wide receiver in the game for a significant stretch of his career. Hopkins is well past the 800 catch and 10,000-yard marks for his career, but a lot of other veteran wideouts will soon join him there. He hasn't led the NFL in catches or receiving yards, nor has he won an individual NFL award or a Super Bowl. With only 1 career playoff touchdown, Nuke is also lacking those big-time playoff moments that we've talked about so much already. Fair or not, that has to change. Now on the wrong side of 30, and with injuries becoming a concern, Hopkins still has a bit of a mountain to climb in order to cement his case as a gold jacket owner. His 2022 suspension for PEDs doesn't really help his cause. Hopkins will really have to wow voters for at least 2 or 3 more years to get in. But which other current NFL players are borderline Hall of Famers right now? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two,
hey.